time with yourself should not feel like a burden. Spending time with yourself is a luxury. Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you all are feeling amazing right now. If you're not feeling amazing, I hope this video will help you. My name is David. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and musician, and I wanted to also dive into creating videos, also just sitting down and speaking. That's something that I've always been interested in, and so I wanted to take a stab at it. You can tell by the title of this video. The title of this video is How to Reconnect with Yourself. This video is just going to be a conversational format. I want to have a conversation with you, the viewer, you watching this video. Is that cool? Cool. Thought so. I just want it to be very personal, very intimate. I like this format. I like the microphone right here, like being in my room. What I'm talking about in this video is pulling from personal experience, pulling from my own methods, things that I've used that have worked for me, and how I've personally navigated through that, so that way I can connect with myself deeper. Also, if you see me look down at my desk right here, I have notes that I wrote. So that's what those are. Yeah, so let's get started. I think one way to connecting deeper with yourself and just being with yourself again is to recognize when you're not connected. You're trying to acknowledge, recognize, and redirect yourself. I think a good example of being disconnected from yourself is going through the motions. You just get up, you go to work, get up, go to class, go to school, drop off your kids, whatever goes into your personal situation, right? Whatever is your primary responsibility, or whatever is a task or something that takes up a lot of your time. We invest so much time into other things. We invest time into our income and into our streams of income, so that way we can support ourselves. But if we don't ever pause and pull back, we can easily get swamped and swarmed into this perpetual cycle and this revolving door of not really taking care of our inner self. And we're just kind of going through the motions. So that's like the first example. I think that's definitely a key, is going through the motions. You just wake up, you're not really conscious, you're just like, I'm just gonna adhere to my schedule, go home at this time, I'm gonna eat at this time, go to sleep at this time, take a shower at this time. It's very robotic. That is one of the biggest things for me in terms of being connected with yourself. If you feel robotic, you're just like, you're not even conscious of yourself. You're just going day by day, day in and day out. That is a subpar, mediocre, that is a terrible way to live, just in my opinion. Be a conveyor belt. That's what we want to avoid. We should have some awareness, spontaneous moments in our lives, and have some joy and laughter. That is what makes the human experience more pleasing. A way to get a kickstart is rest. Definitely rest. Definitely taking some time, carving out some time to just be with yourself, to simply just be. So one day when I was on Instagram, I found this really cool diagram, and it's called "You Get There Faster When You Make Time to Rest." And I'm gonna go ahead and put it up here. It's by an account named Reset NYC, and basically it's just two charts. And the first one is on top is success, and they're not all three equal parts, but they're pretty well, divided up. So you got hard work, perseverance, and rest. First, to be successful, and I strongly believe in this now, because I used to believe in the bottom one. I believe in the top one. You need a large part of hard work, you need a large part of perseverance, and you need a pretty good chunk and a pretty good amount of rest. Because how can you keep going so hard, go hard, go hard, go hard? You got to work hard, and you really do have to play hard sometimes. You really do have to play hard. And I feel like in this society, we don't reward ourselves with time to rest. And I think it also sometimes, I know for me, sometimes I feel like I don't deserve rest. I feel like I don't deserve rest. I feel like I don't really deserve a break sometimes. I have admitted that to myself multiple times, and just with acknowledging that and understanding that and knowing that and realizing that, I know that I need to sit down somewhere sometime. I really do need to, because I will burn myself out, just like this bottom one. This bottom one says hard work. On the left, 50% hard work, 50% perseverance. We gonna keep going no matter what. And that is true. You should keep going no matter what. You should keep going, keep doing you, keep going at your goals. At some point, you have to stop. Not stop altogether, but just pause. I think pause is a better word. Pause. Because just like when you're playing a song, you press pause, you can keep going. Don't stop it altogether. Don't stop your progress. Don't stop yourself. But these diagrams really help exemplify rest and work. And so that helps me to stay connected with myself and my vision. And that is so important. And here in recent years, I want to say in the last, not even 2 years, but in the last year and a half, I've had to learn this lesson of taking alone time, being conscious with my time, and just understanding the benefits of having alone time. You know, sometimes we can get so used to hanging out with this person, going here, going there. Even when you get home from work, you're just, on your phone scrolling through social media, and you look up and 3 hours pass. That's 3 hours you could have, did something. And I'm not saying you should always be working and this and that. No, because what I'm saying is to counteract burnout. What I'm saying is to become more aware of your time. Definitely rest. Take a nap. Go to sleep. Do what you have to do. Watch some TV. Definitely, moderation is everything, but it is okay to relax. I think we live in a society where it's like a workaholic, get it how you live type of society, right? And I think that is a great thing. Having that drive, having that motivation, and really just working hard. Like, I love working hard, like, and then making money. Like, who doesn't? But we also have to understand that we're human. We have bodies, we have oxygen, we have to sleep, we have to eat, we have to drink water. We have to do all these things. We have to upkeep our internal. We have to keep up our mental health, spiritual health, emotional health, physical health. We have levels that we're always trying to maintain. One word that always stuck out to me in high school was homeostasis. And that's basically just, a line of, hold on, let me look it up so I can make sure I have the right definition for you guys.
Homeostasis means the tendency toward a relatively stable equilibrium between interdependent elements, especially as maintained by physiological processes.
Okay, that was a very complex definition, but basically there's words in here, we could pick them apart and do context clues, right? The tendency towards a relatively stable equilibrium, the goal towards balance, the goal towards equality. One thing for me is, especially towards the end of the day, is definitely spending time in the mirror. You could call it mirror work, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely just spending time in the mirror. I'm not saying, staring at yourself in the mirror. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying do some fun things, do some productive things in the mirror, like shave, clean your skin, do a face mask. I think that's a very cliche thing that you always hear and see on Twitter. Like, oh, self-care time, do a face mask. But there is truth in that, because when you're doing a face mask or when you're cleansing yourself, you're actually carving out time to actually look at yourself, appreciate yourself for an actual physical being. Like, you're actually cleaning your skin, you're appreciating your skin. Like, it's deeper than just a mask. So for me, I love just upkeeping myself, shaving if I want to shave. You know, you could do whatever, you know, do your hair or something. You don't have to do this in pure silence. You could put on some music. I personally love and like lo-fi music. I think, you know, those YouTube live channels where it'll have like study late at night live channels, music to fall asleep to, music to study to. Those hit the vibe of the song. It gets me into an appreciative state, so it's easier for me to connect with myself deeper when I'm enjoying what I'm doing all together. You know what I mean? Spending time with yourself should not feel like a burden. Spending time with yourself is a luxury. This may be uncomfortable to some, and what I mean is because when we're actually taking that initiative for ourselves and with ourselves to sit with ourselves, I think it can kind of feel at a place, and it kind of feels like I need to do something else, I need to call somebody or do something else. Like, no, it's okay. It's okay to be uncomfortable spending time alone. That just means that it just takes practice, and it's okay to get used to it. It's okay. You can find yourself running on autopilot, always hanging out with this person, always doing this, always doing that. And I'm not saying that if you're a little bit more outgoing or extroverted or whatever the case, that it's bad. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying at some point it is so important to make time for yourself, because how are you going to show up for other people? It is so important to make time for yourself. I always ask myself this question: how are you able to pour into other people when you can't even pour into yourself? You can't pour from an empty cup. Another method that I use to connect with myself deeper is using voice memos. I actually, when I feel very heavy or sad or down or upset or angry, what I'll do is, yeah, sometimes I'll journal, but I think it's definitely power in your voice, in speaking, in hearing yourself speak, in appreciating your voice, because you don't really hear how you communicate from another ear. So using voice memos and just hitting record and then just talking about your day, talking about what's bothering you, talking about what's wrong, I think that is so great. And just record as long as you want if you have the storage for it on your phone. You know, I usually make maybe like 5-minute recordings, 4 minutes. I don't really have a time limit, but I just talk as long as I want to and as I feel as I need to. Yeah, it's really nice, because I'll go through my voice memos, and after I'm done with the voice memo, I'll just play it back and I'll just listen, and I'll be like, wow, like, this is me talking. This is how I sound to other people. It may sound weird at first, but then I'm like, wow. The thing is, I just try to really appreciate everything, even just the sound of my voice. Like, wow, this is how people hear me. This is how people hear me. Because if you spend so much time in your brain and in your head, you're not really externalizing yourself. You're not really expressing yourself. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense on that part. Another way to connect with yourself is, for me personally, praying throughout the day. Prayer is so powerful. It's so cleansing. It is so important to me to continually pray to God throughout my day. And it is what it is. I'm not perfect. I don't pray every 5 minutes. I don't pray every hour. I just try to really be intentional about praying throughout the day. And there will be days and times where I don't pray at all, besides when I wake up or when I'm on the way to work or something. But being intentional and having it in your mind and actually being like, okay, I'm going to pray throughout the day, regardless of what happens. it makes an impact on your day. It really, really does. It makes a huge uplifting and positive impact. I think I might do this in a separate video, doing a morning routine. I do not have a night routine. I'm just gonna let y'all know that right now. I'm so big on the mornings, because by the nighttime I'm good. Like, but when I wake up, it kind of can be a challenge of being positive. I don't know, but sometimes when I wake up, it's just so much mental fog, like brain fog. I must call it brain clouds. I don't know what to call it. I just feel heavy, and I purposefully and intentionally, I have to, play music. I have to get up. I have to play different sounds, different music that will help me get into a state of appreciation. Not that I'm never appreciative in the mornings, because there's mornings that I am, but there's definitely mornings where it's just like, ugh, like blah. You just wake up and you just kind of had a great night before, or went to sleep feeling amazing, but it's just ugh. So I try to really combat that by getting up, taking a shower, playing music, aromatherapy diffuser. I'll put that on in the morning. I will do a similar thing here where I'm tending to myself in the mirror, like washing my face real good, like just getting ready and having that introduction in the day. So that's another way to reconnect with yourself. So yeah, those are some methods that I've written down. Those are some ways that I have to reconnect with yourself. I really enjoyed this. I have all these thoughts to actually do it in a video and to share it, and to know that it could help someone. I really love this, so I would love to keep doing this. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, let me know any other questions you guys have. Let me know what topics you want to hear from me. I would love to know your guys' feedback. Just feel free to leave a comment. You can find me on my SoundCloud at davidxnash. I come out with a lot of songs, and I'm always working on music, always singing, always working on music. So look out for that, because I have some pretty cool songs coming out soon as well. You can follow me on Instagram at davidxnash. You can find me on Twitter at davidxnash. So yeah, y'all be blessed. Y'all take care, and peace.